Hey everyone, it's me and Owen again. We're doing back-to-back weeks of just us, so bear with us if you hate us and only like the guests. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's just back-to-back week us, chill week. It's middle April, everyone's relaxed,
Yep.
so yeah, relaxing. Um, a relaxing episode.
You guys are actually getting a treat too because this is our first time that we're recording it the day before it's being uploaded. So
Yeah.
usually we record in advance, but this time we're recording right before we upload it.
Yeah, so
Everything we talk about will be relevant to when it's uploaded.
yeah.
Instead of like, oh, who's gonna win this weekend? We already know who won this weekend. Like the fucking
Yeah, it's true.
NBA playoffs.
Well, not the USFL. There's a game on tonight.
Oh, really? Well, nobody cares about that anyways.
Yeah, I watched game on was it Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Thursday night. Or no, Saturday night. I watched the game. The first game. It's not even as entertaining as like XFL.
No.
And the refs are almost more strict than NFL. They can't really hit hard or anything.
And a lot of people are like hyped about the helmet cam, but it makes me nauseous.
Yeah.
Like, I can't watch. Like, it's fine in our league because
Yeah, it was used once, but I don't really like how the uniforms look. They look like the created team.
No, yeah, like,
So
and it's hard to pick a team when they all have the same color. Like,
yeah,
4 teams. There's 8 teams in the league, and 4 of them wear red, and then
have that silver or that gold. They're like Florida State. There's 4 Florida States.
There's 4 Florida States and like one created a team. The freaking Portland Riverhogs from Madden.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly
literally the New Orleans Breakers.
Yeah. I was a big Generals fan until they lost.
Oh yeah.
Now I hate them.
Yeah, I hate them. Generals have a guy from West Virginia. That's all I know.
I saw Mike Weber get drafted to them, but I didn't see him play at all, so I was like, all right.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Yeah, but that league. Besides, baseball's back.
Yeah.
I guess we already talked about it being back, but
a little bit.
Season's going pretty.
It's all right.
Well, the Reds, I think we expected them to do this way.
Well, we split the series with the World Series champs. So
yeah, there you go.
Then we got swept by the Dodgers.
Yeah.
In 4 games.
The White Sox are doing pretty good, even though we have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
The Mets are doing good. The Mets are doing surprisingly good. Blue Jays, I feel like everyone expected them to do pretty good.
Yeah, the Padres are doing good without Tatis.
Yeah,
they are they're like 6-3, which is good for 4th in the division.
Yeah,
because their division's insane. The Rockies are fucking crushing it.
Yeah, I want the Rockies to have a comeback season.
We'll see.
Them and the A's.
The A's aren't gonna.
The A's are doing decent so far. Yeah, I think they split or won the series against a really good team. I can't remember who. Oh yeah, Tampa Bay. I think they split or won the
Rays.
Series. Yeah, the Rays were the only undefeated team. They were 4-0 when everyone lost the game, and then they lost their game to the A's.
The Orioles started off 1-0, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm thinking of the Royals. The Royals started off 2-0.
Oh yeah, and Diamondbacks started off 1-0. Diamondbacks, I think they only have 2 wins, and both of the wins are walk-offs. So
I almost went to a Guardians game Saturday.
Oh really?
I was just gonna go because it's in Cleveland, so it's close. And they're playing the Giants, and the day before, Friday night, Tom Hanks threw out the first pitch. So
oh really?
I was like, oh, maybe he's still there, but he's probably not there. So I was gonna go to that, but I decided instead to get a haircut on Saturday. So I got a haircut instead. Not much. I talked to Connor yesterday or a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw him a few days.
Yeah.
His ID situation is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's also his situation with his roommate.
Did
he tell you that?
No, he didn't.
Well, we don't really have to mention names, but you all know and love Connor. But
you guys know and love him.
He got I met his roommate too. for like a few seconds, but he got an altercation with his roommate where they got in a huge fight, like a fist fight, and he beat up his roommate. From Connor's words, he kicked the shit out of him. And so he had to move. He moved rooms, and I think he has a room by himself now.
Oh.
So he was like, it was all good in the long run. And I was like, okay.
It's all good in the long run.
It didn't seem like he had that, but he said he got tired of his shit and they got in a fight.
Honestly, good, because I didn't really like his roommate just from what I've seen from him. You know, I don't even know him. I just from what I've seen from.
I'm just surprised because I thought they went on a trip together and all that.
They went to West Virginia.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know what happened.
We don't know.
What else is I was
Connor beating somebody up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. What else were you gonna say?
I forget.
Sorry, we haven't really talked in like a week and a half.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other.
So
we usually see each other before.
Yeah, that's kind of why we're kind of off to a slow start here.
What we're gonna do is the thing next week.
Yeah.
The thing that they can't know about.
They can't know about it?
Well, they could.
Oh.
But sorry. They won't.
Alright, they won't know about it then.
NBA.
Yeah.
The Celtics took game 1.
Go Celtics.
Sixers destroyed
Chicago?
No. Chicago played Milwaukee.
Oh.
I forget who they played, but they destroyed whoever they played.
The other team that's in there. I don't know.
Yeah. And then Pelicans lost. I think the Pelicans are the only team in the playoffs with a losing record.
Mm.
So they gotta win it all. They're like the Seahawks right now. Timberwolves are surprisingly good.
Oh yeah. Minnesota.
Yeah, they've never won a championship. So.
No, well, a lot of teams haven't in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the Suns haven't. They haven't. Pelicans haven't. I don't think the Grizzlies ever have.
No, Vancouver.
I don't really know who else. I think everyone else won. In Brooklyn, the Nets.
And they won in Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Hawks won in St. Louis, but they never won in Atlanta.
Yeah. So it's like the St. Louis Rams winning.
Yeah.
When is the draft? I thought it was this.
No, it's
weekend.
The 28th.
Oh, so it's still a while from now.
Yeah, it starts on Thursday, and goes into the weekend. But day 3's the weekend, so nobody really cares about the weekend.
Wow.
They only care about Thursday or Friday drafts.
I wonder if they'll draft any USFL players.
I don't know. Probably not.
There was only one player I saw that, like, he got, like, insane amount of sacks. He had, like, 5 sacks in a game. Something Bellamy, the linebacker, so he might get.
Maybe. Well, I don't know about draft, but probably, like, picked up in the second wave of free agency after the season's over for them.
Yeah.
Because they don't have very many games, I don't think.
No. And I think their league is... It's either their league or the XFL league that's set up to join with the NFL. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
It might be USFL, but that's probably why they're not, like, playing so hard.
Yeah.
It's just like an NBA scout things. The only fan base that seemed to care was the Birmingham, Alabama team.
They beat my Generals.
Yeah.
So outrageous.
The AFL had better teams way back when.
You mean the AAF?
Oh yeah, the AAF.
The AFL is way back then. Some AFL teams are now in the NFL.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the AAF teams had cooler teams.
San Diego.
Because they all had different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Even Birmingham had a better team because the iron is like black and silver. But I don't know whose idea was like, let's make them all the same colors.
I don't know.
Jerseys look lower quality than the AAF and all that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like old coaches. They have Fisher or whatever.
Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
They scored like 8 points, and now the fans of that team, it's the Michigan Panthers. I looked at the comments, and a Michigan Panthers fan was like, as a lifelong Michigan Panthers fan, Jeff Fisher's our worst coach in our history, and then he needs to get out of here.
He's a Super Bowl coach.
Yeah.
I think the only Super Bowl coach in that lineup.
In that lineup. He's the only one who's been to a Super Bowl, yeah, but his last 12 seasons with the Rams were like 8-8, 7-9.
Yeah, that's what a Super Bowl winner does.
He didn't win a Super Bowl.
Well, he should have. He was a yard short.
Oh, actually, didn't we have like a theory that Jeff Fisher, since he lost the Super Bowl to the Titans, since he lost with the Titans to the Rams, he went to the Rams to sabotage them.
Yeah, to make sure they wouldn't win a Super Bowl.
That's our theory. And he tried to ruin Jared Goff's career, but Sean McVay was like, nope, I'm going to try to do this right, so I'll ruin his career.
Yeah, and now Goff is stuck with Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell's chunky.
Yeah, I think the Lions will be decent.
Maybe.
They'll improve, which isn't much, but they'll improve.
You think so?
Yeah. What if they do a Bengals?
They're not going to do a Bengals.
We see them in the Super Bowl against the Bengals.
Okay.
That would be whoever wins gets their first Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they're going to do a Bengals because they have the O-line. We didn't have the O-line, but their defense isn't... I guess they've had injuries on their defense.
Okuda's back.
Mm-hmm.
So
they had Okuda. The receivers could be better. That's their only problem is the receivers.
They need the draft.
They have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's probably the second best rookie last year, receiver-wise.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bold statement because there's Jalen Waddle and all those other guys, but I think St. Brown did the best.
Yeah, he kind of went off. He was like the only guy that would catch a ball.
Yeah.
They need a tight end, I think, too.
No, they have T.J. Hawkinson.
Oh.
But he was hurt last year.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just need another receiver. They got... This draft class probably has the best receivers in the last 5 years, and that's saying a lot because last year had pretty good ones, and then 2 years ago had pretty good ones.
Yeah.
Especially 2 years ago.
Good wide receivers, bad quarterbacks.
2 years ago was pretty good for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about this year's draft?
Yeah.
Okay.
This year's quarterbacks aren't really, anything special.
Desmond Ridder and Sam Howell. I'm calling it right now.
They just seem like backups to me.
Yeah, they'll be backups until they win the Super Bowl.
Until they win the Super Bowl. So they start in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's a...
they have a Cardell Jones situation?
Well, Sam Howell will be like Trent Dilfer, and Desmond Ridder will be like Kurt Warner.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go. Also, in the college side, JT Daniels of Georgia transferred to West Virginia.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I think he's better than what we had before, so...
So he was at Georgia, right?
Yeah.
So they're sticking with Stetson Bennett then?
Yeah.
I guess he did win him a championship.
Yeah.
But I was never really big on Bennett.
Because JT Daniels was the starter, and then he lost his job, and then everyone... I don't know why everyone was why he was like, why is he going to Washington? Because he was talking about Washington or Washington State, and then he went to West
It's probably
Virginia.
because Jacob Eason, a couple years ago, he was at Georgia and he transferred to Washington, so he's probably he's close with Jacob Eason probably, and Eason was like, you should go to Washington.
And he was like, no.
Yeah. Washington's kind of on a downward spiral as a program, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they're just...
Pac-12 just can't get a break.
Nope.
Oregon State's on the rise. They've apparently got pretty good recruits.
Yeah, they took all their basketball knowledge and transferred it over to football.
Yeah.
That's crazy because if you look at college basketball, Iowa State and Oregon State did the opposite. Iowa State last year had 2 wins, and then they made it to the tournament. They went to just the round of 32, right?
Yeah.
But then Oregon State last year made it to the Elite 8, and then this year they won 2 games.
Yeah.
So all right.
They keep flipping.
Yeah.
The Big 12, at least for West Virginia's sake, since teams are leaving, I think they could do. Yeah.
I think OU is in shambles right now.
Really?
Yeah. Because they lost Lincoln Riley and they lost both Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do, but I don't think they're going to do as well.
Hopefully.
Texas
has been...
They'll do better than 5-7.
Yeah. Are they still in the Big 12 this year?
Yeah, I think they move in 5 years or something.
Oh, okay, so it's still a while. To get their stuff straight.
They have... I don't know if Quinn Ewers is starting this year, but if he is, then that's huge for them.
Yeah.
And then K-State and Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas. Kansas improved. They were almost like a Lions.
Oh, that's another quarterback that's in this draft. Skyler Thompson from K-State.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody's talking about him at all. So he might be like a Gardner Minshew because Minshew in that draft was not talked about at all.
Yeah, and he did pretty good.
Yeah.
He's never really gotten a shot. Is he still in the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why they're keeping them. I feel like you can trade them to. I guess quarterbacks are kind of packed now.
Yeah, nobody needs a quarterback really, except for like.
Trade him to the Dolphins.
Yeah, that could be cool. Go back to Florida.
Yeah. The Dolphins probably need a backup. They could draft a quarterback.
Yeah, they could.
Because who's their backup even?
Jacoby Brissett.
Really? Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's a good backup, but I mean, you need like a guy probably that's maybe better than Tua.
Josh Rosen.
Yeah, Josh Rosen. Telling you, if you got a chance.
Dude, I don't know.
He's never gotten a real chance. Gus Johnson even said the legend of Josh Rosen.
Well, that was in college, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Rosen kind of did it to himself.
Yeah. The statement, but still. Was he in the same draft as Haskins and?
No, that was. Haskins was a year after, I think, a year after, because Rosen was the year of Mayfield, Allen, and Darnold.
Oh yeah.
All of them. And Jackson later on.
Yeah.
Haskins, rest in peace, by the way. I think this is the first podcast that we've done where Haskins has passed away.
Yeah, so I saw his shrine.
Yeah. He was alive when we did our last week episode, but yeah, rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. That's tragic.
And Gilbert Gottfried.
And he died too. Like everyone's dying. 2022's. Well, I guess it feels like every year's people die a lot.
Yeah. It's just that like the comedy world is weird because Gilbert, Norm, and Bob Saget all work together all the time.
And they all died in the last 8 months.
Yeah.
So. I
think they all were in. I don't know if Gilbert was. But they all. I'm pretty sure Gilbert was. Were in the movie Dirty Work.
Yeah, with Don Rickles.
Yeah.
I don't think Saget was in that.
He directed it.
Oh, he directed it.
He was in it. He plays like I forget. He's a cameo as some weird like a character. He's like in the bar, I think. He's just a weird character, but he directed it.
Okay.
But yeah, Gilbert Gottfried's last role was God. And,
really?
Yeah, I think a show called Smiling Friends. That was his last role before he died.
Kind of fitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Haskins, just 23, passed away. That draft class, if we look at it, you have Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, and Gardner Minshew's the notable quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jones is terrible. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, Giants fans have been talking about it. Jones, his stats aren't very good even. Sure, he doesn't have a good O-line, but...
Yeah. His most, notable moments is, the catch and when he's running.
Yeah.
But that's not what, a quarterback
does.
Is. Yeah, and you have an elite, or you should have an elite running back anyway, so
yeah, but Barkley's also not very good, but...
Yeah.
We'll get into that another time.
Which I was happy about, because I remember...
Jordan Marshall.
Yeah, he was he first told me way back the Giants were gonna get Ezekiel Elliott, and the Cowboys get him.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's gonna suck at it. And he did good, and then he was like, they get Saquon Barkley, and he's like, he's gonna destroy the Cowboys, and he didn't do that good at all. Yeah, it's kind of nice to see the Giants do bad. I mean. Well, I like him more than the Eagles, but
Jordan Marshall's predictions have just been terrible because he was like Eli Apple. You got two Eli's, the Big Apple, and then now neither of them are there. So.
Yeah. Don't expect the opposite of him predicting.
Yeah.
I think. What was I gonna say? I want to see. I don't know. I think the NFL is gonna be really interesting. I think the NFL and baseball are two of the most. I think almost all the leagues are really interesting now. Even hockey has an interest. I know you don't care much for hockey, but it has an interesting thing going on.
Who's leading each division right now?
I know that a lot of Florida teams are doing good for some reason.
Great.
Panthers, Calgary Flames.
That's not in Florida.
I forget the other.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's doing good. They're in. Vegas is out right now, but they need to just win a few games to get in. The season doesn't end till late next month, Or
so when NBA ends.
Yeah. And then their playoffs pick up, and then that's like mid-season baseball and baseball.
And preseason football.
Yeah.
How are the Sharks doing?
Terrible.
Every year.
Yeah, they used to be good. They used to be in the playoffs every year when they had Thornton. Right?
Ever since we lost Thornton, we've been
yeah. But
I don't follow hockey, as Holden said, but I tend to root. I should root for the Blue Jackets because that's local.
Yeah.
But
I don't like them either.
I tend to root for the Sharks because I love the mascot of the Sharks. There's no cool sharks mascot in any sport, and then
it's a shark in a hockey uniform.
Yeah, and then the colors are pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like how hockey is one of the sports that gives like smaller cities a chance.
Yeah,
because you see teams. I guess San Jose isn't small, but you see cities that want to get teams.
They have a
professional team.
San Jose's in hockey instead of San Francisco, though.
Yeah,
so that's pretty interesting.
And then there's one in Anaheim, which is like
Angels.
Yeah, it says L.A. Angels for some reason.
Anaheim's like the Disney Ducks, right? They're owned by Disney.
Yeah. They won in like 2008. They made a movie, I think, about it.
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks or whatever.
Yeah. The Ducks have like always kind of been trash since though. They just get a lot of. They're like, since I like them, it's tough to say. They're like a Cowboys in the sense where they get a lot of funding, so everyone knows who they are, but they never live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Since the 90s.
What about the Stars though?
The Stars?
Yeah.
Dallas. They were good a few years ago. I think they were in the Stanley Cup a few years ago, but lost. Again, no one in Texas likes hockey.
Yeah, because it's Texas.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, we have a hockey team. They just like the Mavs and Cowboys.
I feel like that's how it is in Florida too.
Yeah, Florida's like that too. Even though Tampa Bay has been big recently.
Well, that's a bunch of bandwagons too.
Yeah.
Just because they've been good recently.
Yeah, back to back. I'd say St. Louis had a good fan base when the Blues won.
St. Louis always has a good fan base, and I feel like Rams deserve to be in St. Louis, even though they were originally in LA. Well, not originally in LA, if you wanted to talk about their whole history. Yeah,
but they have more fan fare there. And I will say, like, going to St. Louis, since I was there not too long ago, they're huge Cardinals fans. Like, everyone loves the Cardinals.
Rams were originally in Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah.
So
same with, the Cardinals?
No,
Cardinals were originally
Chicago.
Originally Chicago. Because that's why...
Then they moved to St. Louis, and then it got confusing because there's 2 St. Louis Cardinals. So.
Yeah, there's like no Cardinals in Arizona. You know, I did see one in New Mexico. Close enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Cardinals doesn't really make sense for Arizona, but they've been in Arizona for a long time now.
So you can't really change it.
Yeah. Well, they changed D.C. up, Washington.
Yeah.
So.
Screw them. I don't like them. I probably like them less now. I probably don't even dislike them. I don't care for them. They're just there.
The Commanders?
Yeah, like the entire rivalry I think we had is just gone.
Yeah.
The communist. Not even the Commanders. The communist. Because they're red and gold. They're communist.
Well, that's what their old colors were, so they're just trying to do their old colors.
Yeah, but it's more like Soviet Russia now. If
they
tried to go for the military look, they should have...
just done red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Or even like navy green.
Yeah.
Navy green.
Navy green.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because DC would have been, like, it would have been interesting. You might as well revamp it instead of, we're staying to our old traits, but not the Redskins.
Yeah.
So stupid. And then the Indians are gone.
Yeah. Indians isn't that big of a deal because the rebranding was really quick.
Yeah.
Because like the big sign at Progressive Field that used to say Indians, it just says it's the same exact sign. It says Guard instead of Indy.
Wow.
So it's
I just kind of lost the tradition. And I watched the movie Major League Baseball, which used to be one of my favorite movies of all time, but now it's not the Indians anymore, so it just makes me sad.
Yeah.
But I do think it's funny that the director is still right. He was like, I made a movie with the Indians winning. Because I know they never win in real life.
Yeah.
And that movie came out in what, the 80s?
80s or 90s.
So, and they've been to a World Series, but
haven't won it.
I actually, looking back, I'm happy the Cubs won that World Series.
I'm not.
Because they shoved it in Cleveland's face, because everyone was there, and it somehow had a comeback, an insane comeback.
Yeah.
But I know you don't like them. My dad really liked that, but
I can't stand the Cubs.
I just like it for Chicago mainly. But
just give the White Sox another ring, then.
Well, yeah, but we're in the process of doing it. The White Sox could. We have a good team.
Ohio hasn't won a ring since '90, so there you go.
Yeah, Chicago hasn't won since '16.
That's true. Well, 07 or whenever they won.
05.
05.
Yeah. So 05 and 16. Boston has been killing it in recent history. Chicago's meh. Football, ugh.
Yeah.
But
basketball
and hockey,
they're on the come up for the first time since the 90s.
Yeah, because Bulls will forever be like the greatest basketball organization ever, just because of what they had. Yeah. And they were the best team during the height of basketball. Basketball will never reach the height it was in the 90s. Literally everyone loved it. No one was talking about football or anything else. It was all basketball all the time.
Yeah.
And now, it's mainly football. Basketball's kind of, again, gotten like babyfied. And the only thing I'm scared about football is that you could still do like an NFL, like hard hits, and still have like still kind of play the game. I just hope they don't take that away like the other sports. That's why I still think hockey is my favorite sport to see live, because players are actually allowed to fight and do things versus the other sports. But yeah, I still like baseball because you still see the matches where the pitcher will throw at the Mets. It was the Mets Nationals. Like 4 Mets got hit in the series, and I think they didn't sweep them, but they won the series 3-1. And they were like pissed because they hit Alonso in the face, and then Marte was screaming at him, and then they were going out.
Votto got hit in the head after we threw at Mookie Betts.
Oh yeah.
And Votto yelled at the guy. I forget his name, but
yeah. I want to see. Do you think Votto will retire a Red?
Hopefully, I hope he does, but he'll never win a ring if he does that.
Yeah. But, do you think he would?
It's been here long enough already.
Yeah. Do you think? What would you want him to get a ring? Because I don't think the Reds. They're rebuilding again. It's gonna be a while.
No, because the last time I wanted somebody to get a ring, they beat my team in the Super Bowl. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I want Votto, because watch, we're gonna like revamp or whatever, and then Votto's gonna be on the fucking Angels, and then the Angels are gonna win
the Reds.
Yeah, win the World Series against us.
That would be a veteran team. You get Votto, you got Trout, you got
Ohtani.
Yeah, Simmons. Is Simmons still on there?
I have no idea. But it'll be the second Red to go to the Angels. Zach Cozart. But he's retired now.
Yeah.
Same with Todd Frazier.
But the Mariners are going off.
Yeah.
Suarez hit his first home run as a Mariner.
I saw that.
He did his dance. I want the Mariners to win a playoff
series.
Yeah.
Or just make the playoffs.
Yeah. I think they deserve that.
Do you think we're gonna get the Mariners in the playoffs like the Bengals did the Bills?
Oh yeah.
Because before the Mariners, the Bills had the longest drought, and then we ended that by beating the Ravens, 4th and 12th.
They'll all donate to I don't know, a red charity.
Hunter Green's foundation.
Yeah, Hunter Green's foundation. Hunter Green is really good.
Yeah.
I know Aroldis Chapman is a closer and not an opener like Hunter Green, but they both remind me
of each other.
Yeah. They both constantly throw 100.
I've been following Green on Instagram since 2017, so I'm glad he's finally in the majors.
Yeah. Because wasn't he constantly throwing hundreds in
minors?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was actually drafted as a position player because he played shortstop and he could hit decently, but he switched to pitcher, so it worked out for him. But,
can he still hit?
I think so, but I hate the new DH rule where the NL has DH instead of pitchers hitting.
Really?
I think so, because from the games I've seen, at least, because we played the Braves, and none of our pitchers hit, or none of their pitchers hit. I don't know, and we're both NL teams, so I don't see why we couldn't have pitchers hit.
Yeah, but I don't I was watching the commentators talk. I think it was the opening season, opener game when the Braves played I don't know, I forget who the Braves played. I just know that the Braves won that. Oh no, it's the Reds, when the Reds played the Braves and the Reds won the first game. They're talking about making the bases bigger, and then the broadcaster said, "That's a bunch of hooey." He's like, "You know how I feel about that."
Was it Barry Larkin talking?
Yeah.
That's something Barry would say.
He did not like. They're pretty much talking about how they're trying to change the rules of baseball to make it more entertaining. But I don't think you're never gonna take someone that doesn't like baseball to like baseball. You have to like baseball to watch baseball.
Yeah, if you grow up with baseball, you'll like baseball. If you don't grow up with baseball, you won't like baseball. That's just how it is, and
it's one of those sports. I think baseball has more action than hockey, even. And when it comes to scoring, hockey has more action than fighting. But both of those sports are really similar. Where I think they try to get new fan bases in, but at the end of the day, you have to like that sport.
Yeah. Going back to the scoring that you mentioned, I was at my grandparents' house a few weeks ago, and my grandpa was talking to my dad, kind of teasing him because my dad likes soccer and my grandpa hates soccer. I hate soccer too.
Yeah, I don't like soccer.
My grandpa goes, so on the Sports Center top 10, there was a play where he kicked a goal, and a play where a guy pucked in a goal for hockey, and he goes, that's the only way that those sports can make the top 10 is making goals because they never score.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
My dad was like, well, that was the scissor kick, right? He was trying to he was trying to defend it. I thought that was
a good one. Yeah. Because baseball, I feel like baseball is really cool. I do like, a lot of people don't like it, but I do like pitcher duels when a pitcher is going off in a game. Because some pitchers are nasty with their pitches. Like Darvish, he's pretty good.
For the Padres.
Giants fans hate him for some reason. We own him.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, what?
I actually read those comments last night. Even though he just beat the Braves.
Yeah, and the Braves are the Giants. So
Darvish is Japanese.
Yeah, he's really good. There's a lot of Japanese players coming out into the scenes in this day and age doing good. I always liked that guy that played for the Blue Jays. I forget his name. Japanese dude. I think he was a second baseman. He was pretty good with them. The Blue Jays, was it the early 2010s when they had all those players?
Jose Bautista.
Yeah, Bautista. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah.
I really like him. He's like him and, it's weird, but him and Tim Anderson. I like them both. Jose Abreu, obviously. Jimenez, I like him. Pretty much all the White Sox players. Besides Kendricks, I don't like him. He's from Australia and he's terrible. He blew our first game. I watched their game against the Tigers, and he was doing terrible pitching.
Yeah.
I think he saved a game a few nights ago, but I didn't watch it, so he's still...
How do you feel about Adam Dunn?
Adam Dunn?
Yeah.
He's okay.
He's amazing for the Reds, but he sucked. He was one of the biggest free agent busts for the White Sox.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. It was like Chris Davis kind of situation.
Yeah, Jeff Ramsey hates him.
Yeah. We White Sox too, we produce a lot of players that go to World Series teams.
Yeah.
Like the guy that went to the Red Sox. His name, Chris Kyle? Oh, not Chris Kyle. Something Kyle.
Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right,
but we always produce players that go to team. And the way to baseball that I really don't like about baseball, that I wish they would maybe copy from the NFL, is cap space rules. That all the teams get fair cap space rules, because the A's literally have a minor league team going up against.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're somehow doing decent.
But what I do like about baseball is that, like, the NFL, you have a dynasty, like the Patriots or the Cowboys in the 90s. Yeah. MLB, it's very rare to come by a dynasty, and I kind of like that because you see a new team every year.
Which is weird, because you would think the Yankees and Dodgers by cap space would dominate every year. Yankees always fall apart, and the Dodgers have been doing it, but they can't win it.
Yeah.
They've only won it once.
The only dynasties this decade, or last decade, I guess, the 2010s, was like the Giants and the Cardinals and the...
Yeah.
Because they're
the Red Sox...
Red Sox, barely.
Yeah, barely. But yeah, the Yankees haven't been sharp in a while.
But still, when you're talking about multiple teams for one decade, that's not really a dynasty.
Yeah. So, but the Giants have... No one's done it back-to-back.
No.
But...
Well, since the Yankees.
Yeah. I do want to see...
Royals made it back-to-back.
Yeah. They should have won it back-to-back. I would have preferred that.
Over the freaking Giants.
Yeah. I almost preferred it. Well, I know you don't like the Mets to beat the Royals and the Giants
to lose to the Royals.
Yeah.
Well, if we still got a ring, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd probably prefer... Well, no. That's fine. I'm fine with either one.
Yeah. The Giants do surprisingly well each year. They're almost like the Cardinals. Even when the Cardinals, you expect them to do bad, they do good.
Yeah.
They just fade out in the playoffs. But this year could be... I think they could be a surprise winner of it all. Because, I mean, you have pretty much the whole game back that won it years ago. Yeah. So, I could definitely see that they're built probably for playoffs. You just got to make the playoffs. I think they're built for it.
Yeah.
Because Pujols is going to go off, I think, in the playoffs. Because it's his last season. And then Miguel Cabrera in the Tigers. I probably like the Tigers in Royals the most out of that
division.
Yeah, division besides the White Sox, obviously. I don't really like the
Twins
other teams. I hate the Twins, and Guardians are meh.
I just root for them because of Ohio, and they're the only Cleveland team that's I haven't hated in the past 12 years.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the Cavs when they made it to the final. I'm just not a big LeBron guy.
Yeah, I don't like LeBron.
I don't mind the Cavs now, but we beat them, so.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I think
something about the Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, I want to see Miguel Cabrera get a ring. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
He almost got one. Well, not really. They got destroyed in that series.
Didn't he win with the Marlins?
Did he?
I think so.
Oh, never mind.
So I think he already has a ring. Pujols already has a ring too. So
yeah, doesn't he have multiple?
Yeah.
Because didn't he win as like a rookie and then?
So as far as I'm concerned, I'm fine with both of them losing.
Wow.
I never liked Pujols, but I grew up a Reds fan. So.
Yeah, he's not. Molina's been more of the diva.
I like Pujols more than Molina.
Yeah.
I liked Albert a lot more when he was on the Angels, but.
Yeah, I remember that signing deal. It was supposed to be. They were supposed to be like a mega team. They never.
Yeah, amounted to anything.
Yeah, Mike Trout is just like sad for him and Ohtani because both of them can't get. Everyone hates Ohtani now. Well, almost everyone hates.
That's what I hate.
People that go off.
That's what I hate about. I think it's specifically just fans in general, like of any sport. If you see success, you hate it. And
yeah.
This is a problem that our buddy Jacob has. Not the Jacob that was on with Donovan, the Jacob that was on with Kyle.
Yeah. Jacob Holycross does watch baseball. Remember? He says
he
just roots. He picks the team and roots for them.
Yeah. That's true. He did say that. But what the other Jacob does is that he hates players for no good reason. I don't think he really likes San Diego, so that's why he doesn't like Tatis.
Yeah.
Which I love San Diego. So
yeah.
That's why I differ with him. But he also the Ohtani thing's not that big of a deal. But with the NFL, when Mahomes became good, everyone started hating him.
Yeah.
But that's mainly because of his wife and his brother.
Yeah, he has like a bad surrounding. He's a cool dude himself.
Yeah.
But he's just the people around him are terrible. I don't like Kansas City.
I don't mind
fans.
I don't mind Kansas City.
I don't really like Chiefs fans.
Then again, if we lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs, I'd probably hate them a little bit more. But we beat them, so I don't mind them.
Yeah. I just don't. I like their fan. I've met Chiefs fans and Broncos fans. I like Broncos fans more than Chiefs fans. Broncos fans are a little more humble. They're just cocky about their quarterbacks.
Luke Smith's the only Broncos fan I ever met.
Oh. Well, Darius.
Oh yeah.
Darius is
It's
weird.
a bad example.
Well, Darius wasn't like cocky. He would be like, he would just point out at your team. He's like, remember when we beat you those years ago? And for some reason, the Broncos have beat the Bengals and Cowboys a lot for some reason in recent history.
Well,
besides
no,
this year.
There was a stretch when the Bengals played the Broncos every year. It was from like 2011 to 2018, maybe until 2021. I think because we beat them this year.
Yeah.
I don't think we played in 2020. That was the first year we missed. And then 2019 we lost to them. 2018 we lost to them.
Yeah.
2017 we beat them.
Was that a win? When was the Stokely incident?
2000. Whenever Kyle Orton was there.
Yeah, such a weird game.
God. We picked off Peyton Manning 4 times, so
yeah,
whatever.
Pac-Man Jones.
Yep. Well, no, it was Drake Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, I don't think Pac-Man Jones got any.
Kirkpatrick had 2.
Pac-Man Jones is still a GOAT.
He was really good. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, people like to hate people for no reason. And recently, Joe Burrow's been getting a lot of hate.
Really?
Just from people who are like, oh, you post about him too much. Like, if they post about him too much, they just hate them.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Ohtani. Ohtani got posted about a lot.
And now they don't like him to tease. They don't like the Padres.
Yeah,
I see people all the time. They love the Giants. I don't know why everyone loves the Giants.
Because San Francisco. They posted about the Padres, and there was some love because they haven't really showed the Padres love this year yet.
Yeah.
And then a Giants fan responded to someone saying, "Oh, wait till June." They'll be posted about him at the wazoo.
Yeah. They seem to love them, the Tigers, and everyone loves the Mariners right now.
Oh, and the Orioles.
Yeah.
The Orioles is the funniest because it's just, I love the rivalry between the Yankees and Orioles because it's just so funny. Like, Yankees fans were complaining, and then the Orioles fans were like, we own you guys. And then the Yankees fan was like, shut up, nerd. Yeah. Go back to Baltimore. It's just funny.
Freaking Orioles. Imagine being a fan of a team that is just constantly bad.
Well, the Orioles are kind of on the come up. They actually,
Chris Davis.
I will give the Orioles credit where the Reds don't have credit. They both have shitty ownership.
Yeah.
But the Orioles have a future.
Yeah, Chris Davis.
I don't think the Reds have a future. Stop saying Chris Davis. He's okay.
He's the GOAT.
He had that one really shitty year.
Yeah, where he missed. It was I watched a video where it was the most statistically unlucky. He wasn't even playing that bad. It was just that for some reason he was so unlucky that every hit he got even was caught and thrown out. But he went off after the streak. He had a home run streak.
I think my favorite Orioles players, I think his name is Cedric Mullins. I like him.
Machado. He was on there.
He's a Padre legend.
Yeah.
Not an Oriole legend.
He was on there for forever.
Yeah, I looked it up. Machado was on the Orioles for 7 seasons and then the Padres for 4 seasons, which it's already been 4 seasons.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he got traded over.
Yeah. He was on the Dodgers for only 1 season, which I thought he was on for longer.
Yeah, I remember that too, because everyone's like, oh, super team, and then they didn't win.
And then Machado said that San Diego would win World Series before LA did, so kind of ate his own words there. As soon as he said that, I was like, come on, man. Why are you saying that?
The Dodgers is just so unfair because that cap space is insane.
Yeah.
And no NFL team has cap space differentials than MLB does.
Yeah, and it's also, of course, it's freaking the 2 biggest markets, New York and LA.
Yeah, I just hate the Dodgers.
You got Wall Street and fucking Guantanamo Beach or something.
Yeah, Guantanamo Beach. Because freaking
I don't know what's in LA.
The Dodgers are just, I don't know. To me, they're bandwagon fans.
Yeah,
they're fans that just show up during the playoffs.
You could even tell because there was a Padres fan who went in to ask questions to the Dodgers about their history.
Yeah.
And they didn't know jack shit. They were like, when did you guys move from Brooklyn? And they were like, we were in Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's just stupid. I hate any LA team. No. Their fan bases are fake. That's why, sadly, the Chargers are...
Angels?
Oh, yeah. That's Anaheim.
I'll give Anaheim credit.
Yeah, Anaheim is, very rich...
And UCLA?
Area. Yeah. I mean, that's
That's about it, though.
Too, yeah. But I don't trust, Dodgers or...
Yeah, Chargers belong in San Diego. Rams belong in St. Louis. The Dodgers belong in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Which would be cool.
That'd be cool if they moved back.
The Trinity Dynasty.
I will say, at this point, the Dodgers have more history in LA than they do Brooklyn. Because they moved in 58, I believe. The
poor Mets would be like...
They wouldn't
abandoned.
even be relevant.
Yeah.
Because that's why the Mets were established, is because Brooklyn moved to LA.
Yeah.
The Mets were established in the 60s.
And we go Mets. We love the Mets.
And the New York Giants moved to San Francisco.
Yeah. Imagine 4 teams in New York City.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
2 of them I'd still hate, but...
Hey, the Yankees are alright.
The Yankees are alright. But yeah, the Mets are, I don't know, I really like the Mets. They're like the most meme team.
The meme team?
Yeah.
It's all about the Mets, baby.
Yeah. They're like the Browns still of the Browns with a little more success.
I think the Knicks are the Browns, if we're going to New York.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
The Browns of baseball is like, I don't know.
Mariners?
Probably, but I see the Mariners as the Bills of baseball.
Yeah, because they're like really good. They had Ken Griffey Jr. and his father, and they still didn't win a World Series.
Yeah. Reds are still paying. I don't know if I sent you this post. Maybe I sent it to Jacob, but because I sent you an MLB post and Jacob another MLB post.
Oh.
The Reds' 6th highest paid player right now is Ken Griffey Jr. Still paying his 2008 contract.
My God.
So that's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, and they should sell this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the few moments I agree with the fans, because I think a lot of people will react, but it's been forever. The Reds used to be a top dog team. They used to be a way bigger market team.
It's sad when on opening day the Reds fans are chanting "Who Day."
Yeah,
they're not cheering for the Reds, cheering for the Bengals.
Yeah. Joey Votto teaching the kids quantum physics or whatever he said.
His MLB, even though Burrow said he was talking about TikTok.
Yeah. Teaching the kids quantum physics.
And he said they already know a bunch about. They're already smart cookies.
Yeah. Freaking Votto.
All right. It's about time to end it, I think.
Yeah.
About 48. So, any final words you got to say? We just talk about baseball most of the time.
Yeah.
Any predictions? Who do you think's gonna win? We'll just do 2 divisions for each league. So NL West and AL East. Just 2 random ones that I thought of.
You go first. Who in NL West?
I really want the Padres to win because I love San Diego, but it's gonna be LA.
Yeah, Dodgers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But what about AL East?
AL East. I'm gonna go with probably the Blue Jays, which is kind of bold.
Yeah, I really I want the Blue Jays to win it all. I'd like to see the Red Sox.
Red Sox.
Yeah, pulling it out.
I think out of that division, I want the Yankees too.
Really?
Yeah, I actually.
They have Donaldson.
I like the Yankees, which a lot of my 4 favorite teams. I like the teams you like too. I like the White Sox. I like the Mets. But my 4 teams, I like the Reds, Royals because of Alex Gordon, who's no longer there.
Yeah.
Padres and Yankees. Which is so weird that I like the Yankees. It's because I won my first Little League championship with them.
Oh, with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Well, that was when they won it too. Back in 19...
No, I won more recently than them. I won it in 2014. But yeah, that's probably about it. We'll look back at these predictions when's the World Series in October.
Yeah.
So we got to look at episode 14 in October.
Watch the Orioles win it all.
Remember what we said in episode 14. So yeah. We got Blue Jays and you said Red Sox.
Yeah.
For that division, and then we both agreed with Dodgers.
Yeah, you can't really get away with that.
All right. Thank you guys for listening.
All right. We'll see you next week.